Hello my dear student. In previous video we have seen memory representation of one dimensional array. So in this video we will see memory representation of two dimensional array. So in first video we have seen how we can declare two dimensional array. You need to mention data type, which type of elements you need to store in two dimensional array, then name of an array, okay, and then dimensions. So two dimensions we need to consider in two dimensional array. First one will represent how many number of rows are there. Second one will represent how many number of columns are there. Suppose we'll represent 3. So 3 rows will be there in the matrix and 3 columns will be there in the matrix. So you can represent matrix like this. Two-dimensional array, we can say it as a matrix also, table also. So in two-dimensional array, if size is 3 by 3, then you can represent that matrix like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 1, 2. Okay, this type of elements. So index for this is 0. This is 0th row. Okay, this is first row. This is second row. Okay, if you are considering column, this is 0th column. This we can say as a columns, and this we can say as a row. Okay, this is 0th column. This is first column. Okay, and then this one is second column. So in this way, if you want to find out the index of this element, what will be the index of this element? 1, 1. Okay, index of 5 is 1, 1, because row is 1 and column is 1. Suppose you need to find out the index of this. Row is 2 and column is 1. So 2, 1, okay, that is the dimension, and this is the index of this number, okay, 1, this element. Okay, in this way we can find out the index of each and every element in an two-dimensional array. So actually computer memory is a linear. Okay, means consecutive memory locations are there in the computer memory. So the elements of two-dimensional array have to be stored in a linear memory. So your computer memory is like a consecutive memory locations like this. So we need to store this matrix, all elements in the matrix, one after another. Okay, so depends on that there are two views of matrix, two-dimensional array, table. Okay, in first one is the logical view, means logically how we can store these elements in an computer memory, and then physical view of two-dimensional array, means actually in a computer memory how we are going to store all elements of an matrix. So let's see first of all logical view of an matrix, and then we'll move towards the physical view of an matrix. So this is the logical view. Logically we are going to store elements like an matrix. Okay, different rows we are considering, columns we are considering, and by using this index we can access the elements. So this we can say as a logical view of matrix two-dimensional array. Okay, next is the physical view. Actually how we can store this two-dimensional array, this matrix, into the computer memory, that we can say as a physical view. Okay, so physical means we are storing row wise elements in the computer memory in a consecutive memory location. So take same example. Okay, so first row contains 1, 2, 3. So we'll store 1, 2, 3 element here. Okay, and then we'll consider the second row. So elements in the second row are 4, 5, 6. Then element in the third row is 2, 1, 2. So in this way we can store the elements in the computer memory of this matrix. So here what we have done, these are the elements of row 0. These are the elements of row 1. Then these are the elements of row 2. So we are storing row by row each and every element. Another way for storing this matrix into the computer memory is like this. We will store elements column wise. Okay, so we will consider first of all first column and then next column and then next column. Okay, so let's take the same example. First column elements are 1, 4, 2. So we'll store first of all first column elements. Then we'll consider second column. So second column elements are 2, 5, 1. So we'll store here 2, 5, 1. Then the next column is 3, 6, 2. 3, 6, 2. Okay. Means here these 3 elements are from column 1. Then these 3 elements are from column 2. And then these 3 elements from column 3. So here we are storing elements row wise, means first row we are considering, then second row, then third row. And here we are storing elements column wise, first column, second column, third column. In a computer memory we can store either this way or this way, and this way we can say as a row major representation of a computer memory of two-dimensional array, and this we can say as a column major, where we are considering all the elements of first column, we are storing all the elements of first column and then storing elements of the second column, then third column. Means we are storing elements column wise. That's why it is called as the column major. Okay, so these are the two memory representation of two-dimensional array. This we can say as a physical view of matrix. Physical view of matrix or two-dimensional array. Okay, so this is the logical view, how we can store logically this two-dimensional array, and this is the physical view, means actually in computer memory how we can store. So computer memory is linear, so we need to store each and every element in the matrix one after another in the consecutive memory location. If you are considering row by row, then that we can say as a row major. If you are considering column by column, then that we can say as a column major. So now see how we can find out the memory address at the specific index. So if you consider this one, okay, this element having index as a first row, first column. So we can mention this as a 1, 1. So how we can find out the address of this element into the computer memory, that we will see. Okay, so again there are two types. We are considering row major and column majors. If you are storing this matrix in case of a row major, how we can calculate, and in case of column major, how we can calculate, that we'll see. Okay. We will take same example. Let's take first of all row major. So if you want to calculate index, calculate address of element at the specific index, and if it is a row major representation, then how we can calculate it? Address of M is the array name, in bracket I, this will represent row number, J, this will represent column number. Okay, means this combinedly represent index, okay, of an matrix. If you want to find out the address of this index, then we can find out by using this formula: base address plus I into C, C means number of columns in that matrix, plus J into element size of an element which you want to store into the matrix. Okay, so let's take example, the same example. We'll consider first of all column major, row major. Address of A Suppose we'll calculate address of this element. So what is the index here? 1 2. Okay, first row, second column. We need to find out the address of this element. How we can find out? Base address we need to consider plus, here is the formula written. What is it? I into C plus J into element size. Okay, so consider base address for this is 2000. Okay, base address means what? Address of the first element. So first element in that matrix is this one, that is A of 0 0. So address of this is 2000. Okay, so we are considering base address as a 2000 plus, what is I? This is I means row, okay, for which you want to calculate the address. J, this is J, okay, and C means number of columns. Okay, so for this matrix, how many number of columns are there? 3. So what is the value of I? Value of I is 1 into, what is the value of C? C, number of columns in this matrix. So 3 columns are there. So 3 plus, what is the value of J? J means row column number. Okay, column number is 2, which is given here. Okay, into element size. So in this matrix we are storing integer elements. So to store one integer element we require 4 bytes. So we can consider element size as a 4. Okay, so after calculating this we will get 2000 plus 3 plus 2 into 4. Okay, so 2000 plus 5 into 4. So 2000 plus 20. So we can say it as a 2020. So address of this element is 2020. So in this way we will calculate address of specific element, but we should know whether we are storing that element by using row measure or column measure. If it is a row measure, we can use this formula, okay, and calculate the address of that element at the specific index. But it is a column measure, there is some difference. Okay, so let's see the column measure. Okay, so if you are storing that elements column wise in a computer memory, then for calculating address of specific index, the formula is address of Mij is equal to base address plus J into R, number of rows in the matrix, that is R, plus I into element size. So let's see the example for same. Consider we need to calculate address of this element. Okay, so what is the index of it? 0 2. 0 2, that is the index for this. Okay, so base address we will consider as a 1000. Okay, and we will calculate the address for that. But here is the change. If it is a column measure, what is the change? You need to mention J into R plus I. Remaining things are same. So what is the base address here? It is 1000, which is already given, plus what is the value of J? See, this is the value of I, which will represent the row. Okay, this will represent the column. This is the value of J. So what is the value of J? It is 2. 2 into, what is the value of capital R? Capital R means number of rows in that matrix. So how many rows are there? 3 rows are there. Okay, plus what is the value of I? Value of I is 0 into element size. We are storing integer type of elements. To store one integer element we require 4 bytes. So element size is 4. Okay, so by using this we can calculate like this: 1000 plus 2 into 3, 6 plus 0 into 4, then 1000 plus 6 into 4. So 1000 plus 24, 1024. This is the address for this specific index. If you are considering column major, okay, and if it is row major, then we need to use this formula. There is only change here. I into C plus J we need to consider, and here we need to consider J into R plus I. So in this way we can calculate address of any element at the specific index in a two-dimensional array. So actually depends on memory representation way we need to use formula, and by using that formula we can calculate the address of element at the specific index. So this is for this video. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe my video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.